Wa TikTok yako wapi?
Pale trend. Unaona kale kasimu?
Hujui koligi wako?
Jerry eh?
Jerry. Yeah. To press ama iko ina roll?
What to press on you?
Ile ndio simu ina live TikTok.
Anaitwa Njerae ama Njeri?
Sasa ni jina la usanii.
Njerae.
Njerae. Yeah.
All right. In 3, 2.
Hello, karibu to Pulse Let's Talk. Today we have a guest who I can safely say is loved and hated in equal measure, criticized and praised also in equal measure. This is none other than Geoffrey Mosiria. Karibu sana, Mr. Mosiria.
Yes, katibu mkuu.
Please introduce yourself.
Oh yeah. Kwa majina naitwa Geoffrey Mosiria, katibu mkuu wa mazingira gatuzi la Nairobi. Yule ambaye anaangalia mazingira mahali unaishi Nairobi, chini ya uongozi wa gavana Sakaja, tuhakikishe kwamba ile manifesto yake ya A City of Order, Dignity, Hope and Opportunity imekuwa achieved. Na hiyo ndoto ndio tunataka tuwatimizie na lazima iwork.
Watu wanauliza kama ina work, ndio maswali utajibu leo, whether Nairobi is working or it's not.
Yes.
Maybe just before tuende mbali, I think watu wamezoea tu kuona, you take lots of strolls. Tueleze siku yako ina a typical day huaje?
Wanga naingia asubuhi ofisi. Mapema 7:30 8 naangalia paperwork. Naona zile communications zimekuja to my office. What requires my attention na action, what requires to be delegated, because in government delegation is allowed. I delegate to my officers. Then I go to the field. So kwa ofisi naingia saa 2 hivi, kama saa 2 sharp niko ofisi mpaka saa 4 nimemaliza paperwork na kuona wale watu wamekuja for services. The rest na delegate to my officers. Natoka naenda field. We have 17 sub counties. So na identify ile sub county ambao kuna complaints mingi. I just go to that sub county. I go there, I meet my environment officer. We also meet the sub county team from that area. Then we start going to those areas where we receive complaints. We go, we talk to them. Where we need to take action, we take the action. Where they have been issued with notice and they are notorious, we make sure that we take appropriate action. Where there is a lot of political interference with my presence, I will have to take the right action, because sometimes, our officers are junior in the rank. They can be intimidated by maybe police officers. They can be intimidated by other agencies where people are using officers to intimidate them. So in my presence, hata kama ni kampuni gani, hata kama ni ya nani na inachafua mazingira, nitaingia hapo na nitachukua hatua na nitawatumia kama funzo kwa wengine. I use them as a way of also educating others who are facing such problems of pollution, to just put it on the social media. That's why I put it on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. People to see how these people are polluting the environment, and they have been served in notices and they have refused to comply. And always, kila kitu na explain how it should be. From the beginning, they were served a notice. They were issued another notice. They have been talked to. And here, they are still polluting the environment. What Kenyans need to know is that what Kenyans need is information. They all need information, what's happening on the ground. And that's what I'm doing.
Do you think watu wa Nairobi ni watu wako environmentally conscious? Are Nairobians people who, think before they, take actions that, affect them environmentally?
You see, from the number of complaints we receive,
on average, how many complaints do you receive per day?
Per day, we receive not less than 30 to 50. On a Friday and Saturday, we can receive up to 100 complaints. Because that's when people are polluting environment, noise pollution, people are doing illegal constructions and such like, polluting the environment. But the people of Nairobi, I think is lack of knowledge. Others are doing things according to them. They know what they're doing is right, but they don't know that their actions are disturbing their neighbors. Someone could be doing the right thing, doing a construction on a Saturday, which is supposed to end at noon. It continues until late in the evening, around 5, 6, 7, 8. The neighbors are suffering from noise pollution, air pollution from that construction. And others are those people who are doing urban farming. Yes, it's allowed, but mtu amefuga nguruwe kwa residential, jirani yake kwake kwa nyumba inanuka kama choo. They are not sleeping, they are suffering. Kids cannot even concentrate to do assignments. So sometimes the person who is doing this action, who is doing urban farming, to him is a good thing, but it doesn't follow the laws that are governing the urban farming within the city. It needs to keep that environment clean. Mtu amefuga kuku, yes, it's allowed. Like in Kilelesha, we responded to the issues of noise pollution from the chicken and
Jogo.
Jogo. Jogo ikifika saa 9 jamaa, he was a foreigner. Anafanyanga kazi mpaka saa 10, yani saa 8. Anaingia nyumba saa 9. Wakati amejielekea tu hivi, jogo zimeanza kuwika, ameamuka. He could not sleep, he was suffering. The jamaa alikuwa stressed. He reached out, we helped him. Na mwenye kuku sasa aliamua mambo ni mawili. Either hamishe kuku ama achinje, lakini alichukua option ya kuchinja. Na hiyo kuku alichinja.
Okay, interesting. Have you noticed maybe since you took over improvements, Nairobians responding appropriately?
You see, before, nobody knew that there is existence of environment department in Nairobi. They only used to see issue of garbage. They never knew that there is someone who can address matters of noise pollution, air pollution, sewer discharge to the environment, illegal excavations, pollution from constructions, pollution from vehicle. Within CBD, there is noise pollution from shop that are doing advertisement and playing loud music, motor vehicle playing loud music within CBD. They didn't know that the responsibility to clean 10 meters radius within your premises is anchored in the county government laws as well as the environment is concerned. They didn't know that. But now people know that if you hear noise pollution, just call Environment Department, Nairobi County. The officers will come on the ground and sort you. If there's someone who's doing construction and he has not put safety measures, dust is all going to the neighbor, or all the garbage, the debris, and all the waste, everything is falling into the neighbor's house. That's garbage. We treat it as waste. And they didn't know where to report to. Now they have a place to report to. If there is pollution coming from a company, people have been suffering, people have been undergoing torture from owners of these big companies for fear that nobody will touch them. Some of them are untouchable. When you go try to talk to them, they mention names of leaders, politicians, big offices, so people feared. But to me, you don't sell me fear. If I'm doing the right thing, let that politician come out and tell us that his friend is polluting environment, is doing the right thing. And again, most people, we the people have made the systems to look bad. Those people in government to look bad because we all want to use names of these leaders. Sometimes kuna watu unampata hapa anatumia jina ya kiongozi. Anasema mimi ni wa kiongozi fulani, mjengo ni hiyo kiongozi. Anamwambia okay, ni hiyo kiongozi. Yaani amekwambia upigie neighbors kelele wafanyie pollution. Fine, call that kiongozi. Mwambie Mosiria amekushika na timu yake, mwambie anipigie. Ndio hii namba yangu mtumie. They never get all of those kiongozi. So the people, we have a culture whereby we pollute the environment, sometimes knowingly, sometimes because we know that everyone can just take corruption money, you can corrupt the systems. That's the culture people have developed to compromise the systems. But I want to tell them, with me in this department, having been given this mandate by His Excellency the government to restore order, I don't take price. I don't take money. Whatsoever you want to bribe me, that money, use it to do the right thing. I'll only make sure you produce that money, we'll take you in with that money. Use that money to pay the cash bill and come out and do the right thing.
Someone would question, yes, the approach is good, but what is the longevity of it? Ukitoka ofisi, does it mean we go back? So in your measures, are you doing long term? Ama ni ukuje leo?
No, you see, we do follow. What we do is this. The reason why we are even using social media is to educate people, to help us also create awareness, educate people the importance of keeping the environment clean, and those who are doing it wrong, they change, and people are really changing for fear that we'll get there, get them on the wrong, and take action. And I can give an example. Ruaraka, we had someone who was handling issues of bonds. Mifupa ya samaki, ya kuku, ya wanyama wote, anatengeneza chakula ya kuku na the place ilikuwa inanuka. Ukifika tu hivi ile kitu ya kwanza na kugonga ni harufu. And the people who have stayed there for more than 10 years, what they told us, we are used to it. Tuliuliza watchman, hii harufu yani ya mwiski, nasema hata tushazoea. Hao watu hata waguzikangi. Tumepiga ripoti hata kwa OCS, wapi hakuna mtu anatusaidia. And I told him, kama mshazoea, mimi sijaizoea, na hao watoto next to it around 50 meters was a school. You know what I did? Tulishika huyo mama tukamfikisha ndani. Akalipa cash bill, akatoroka kurudi kotini. Warrant ikatoka. Tukaenda tena tukamshika. Sasa wakati tulienda tu kumpata, tulipata another director. Tukamshika na yeye. Wakafika nao, wakafuata kesi, akaenda akalipa cash bill ya kotini tena. Kutoka hapo wakaendelea tena ku pollute environment. Iliwashika mara kama 3, 4, 5. Walifunga. Walianza sasa kuhandle. Kuna neighbor hao alikuwa anahandle the same business, lakini yeye analeta ile mifupa ambayo imekaushwa. Huyu mwingine analeta ile iko fresh kutoka kwa mahoteli nini ameaccumulate hapo inanuka. Right now the residents are happy. And that's a success story. We have a company in Ngara. It's a patching plant ambayo ilikuwa inafanya air pollution, miti harufu yote inaingia kwa shule. When I went there, we took action. So you may put some safety measures, but again is not enough, but they have done something. Tuko na kesi nao mpaka nategea approval ya file imekaa ODPP. In mwezi wa 4 I'm also still following the ODPP. We are wondering what's holding that approval of that file so that waende kotini. But at least they have done something. And there are many success stories. Noise pollution, enda Langata. Bari na clubs zingine zilikuwa zinapiga kelele. Sasa hizi zimepunguza, zimefanya soundproofing. Most of the areas we have visited, at least the residents are happy. But there are those also where people, they have formed a culture. They believe tunakuja leo, kesho wanaendelea. So we'll keep on coming, consistent, until we achieve a clean environment for all.
So as a county, perhaps maybe boss wako, kuna sheria maybe mnataka kuongeza, to deal with this in the long run. Kuna maybe in consultation maybe in the national government. How do you intend to take this further?
We have existing laws. The only thing that is required is implementation. It's just to put them into good use and also proper implementation. And that's why you always see me on the ground trying to support my officers. And the problem is that the culture, there's a culture whereby even those people who have broken the law, they have their way of calling the superiors. Either anajuana na mkubwa fulani, anampigia, au mkubwa na compromise you officer mwenye hapa chini. Anamwambia mpatie tu siku moja 3 atafix. Na huyo mtu afix. So I also urge leaders, please, if you are called by someone else broken the law, please don't support them. Just tell them to do the right thing. Because today you call me, you have broken the law, I'll not side with you, and then the officers, please forgive him. I receive many calls. People have been arrested by my officers polluting the environment. Others have been arrested dumping, in fact, hospital waste, which is very hazardous. I don't side with them. Even if you are my brother, you are my sister, and you're on the wrong, I never compromise my officer to side with you. I love to make sure that you do the right thing. Sikia hiyo uchungu ya kushika upelekwe ndani, ulipe cash bill, uende kotini, then you live there, you keep the environment. Because today, we all get compromised, things will all get worse. And we'll not have secured the future for our children, because there's a future for these children. They require a clean environment.
Very, very well. You've responded to, I think by now, maybe hundreds of cases. Which one ni cases gani is na rank top in Nairobi of environmental pollution?
Noise pollution. Yuko number one.
Number one.
Kelele ya kutoka kwa makanisa. Kesha Monday to Monday. Neighbors are suffering. Kanisa inafaa iwe ni ile ya kuhubiri amani, kuleta watu to the church, but kanisa sasa imekuwa ndio imefukuza watu. Alafu you go to that church, unaambia pastor unatupigia kelele. Do you know what pastor? Unajua wacha nikuote vile watu wananiambianga. Huyu pastor tulimuendea atusaidie, apunguze sauti tu tuweze kulala. Akatuambia sisi ni mapepo, nyinyi ni shetani, hampendi Mungu. You see? They are blackmailing the people in the name of God. Why do you have to blackmail someone that you are the devil, you are the evil? Between the two people, who is the devil? The pastor is the one who is the devil. You know, mapasta wengine hata anashindwa. Pastor anataka kuomoka overnight. Unajua kuna mapasta anasema ati pastor G fulani alianzanga kanisa yake hivi. Kuna wale maveteran wenye wako na makanisa kubwa kubwa kama kina Pastor Ezekiel, Pastor Nganga, and wameweka kanisa ama Pastor Nganga. Kanisa yake ameweka CBD pigi kelele. Lakini sasa enda mtu ameweka kanisa kwa residential area ya mabati katikati ya estate. Haina soundproofing, inapiga kelele Monday to Monday. Alafu unapatana na pastor naye ati anakuwa inspired by these big pastors wenye wamejiestablish kama Pastor Nganga, Pastor Ezekiel, ama Bishop Margaret. Bishop Margaret kanisa yake kwa CBD pigi kelele. Why can't you also move your church to CBD na Mungu atakubariki grow kwa ifikia Pastor Nganga? But ukiweka yako kwa residential unasumbua watu, those people will never come to your church. You will continue disturbing them, you will continue being down there, you will never grow, you will never win souls, and God will punish you at the end of the day.
That said, what are the major setbacks who una face? You know, you go today in a church, in a club, sawa tufunge. So, but hizi ni vitu zinarika, ni setbacks gani una as a team maybe mna face?
The problem is the law. You take them to court, they always have their way back to the court and appeal, and they be allowed to operate. And instead of following the court ruling that operate and maintain the dead space that are not polluting the environment, they still play loud music. And those people, hata kuna club ingine Mirema Drive, walianza kuweka ati kwa majina ni Geoffrey Mosiria, nimekuja hapo kuangalia noise pollution, naona hapa ni neighbors ya walali, alafu akafungulia sauti juu, asema acha sasa tuone kama leo watalala. Usi hiyo ni kukejeri, hiyo is also disturbing the neighbors. It's very simple, just follow the law. So noise pollution is the major challenge you are facing. Another one is illegal dumping.
Let's talk about illegal dumping. Watu wamesema Mudhurwa, Dandora, we have a lot of garbage in Nairobi yenye wewe hushuguliki or as a county government hamu address yet, mnakimbilia watasema wakulima wadogo wadogo.
Let me ask Nairobians, who is doing this illegal dumping? It's the people of Nairobi. Why? Because we have all become irresponsible. We are not taking responsibility of our waste. Someone leaves his house with a sack full of garbage. It just dumps in the drainage system along the road reserve. You drink your soda, your bottle, all the garbage in your car. Instead of going with it at home and it's a personal car, you dump it along the road reserve. We spend 90% of our time clearing garbage from road reserves, because today you dump along the road reserve, another person will come and dump there, another one will come and do the same thing. It becomes current. So each and every day we have to also clear garbage from the road reserves. By the time we are going to our collection points, they are all full. even beyond the capacity. It gives us difficult time. Yani wananchi wa Nairobi wameamua tu kutotesa. Unasema kwamba mnalipa tax ushuru kwa serikali, lakini kulipa tax kuruhusu uchafue mazingira. Upanish serikali ati sisi tunalipa wacha tumwage tu takataka ovyo ovyo. You know, it's about culture, ile tabia ambayo tumekuwa nayo. Mtu anakuja anatoka kwa nyumba yake, anajua kitu anafanya ni kibaya zaidi, lakini anakifanya. Unaona?
Yeah.
So if we want to solve this issue, ndio tuweze kutoa ile takataka ambayo iko pale kwa masoko yetu, kwa Kawangware hii ya Gitanga Road ambayo tumemaliza, inaenda kumalizika leo ama kesho. Tafadhali, let's follow the law. Let's just take garbage to the right place. Let's take responsibility of the garbage you generate from your household. Make sure if you can't take it to our transfer point, at least get someone who is registered by the county government, the private service providers for garbage, or the community-based organization, which is the young people with mikokotenis, to pick from your doorstep to take it to our transfer point. This will make it easier for us. But if you just dump along the road reserve, we'll be spending a lot of resources collecting and picking waste from the road reserve. We will be having floods in the city because they broke the drainage system. We will be having diseases because this garbage, at the end of the day, it becomes hazardous. So all I'm urging the people, we are doing our best. Actually, we are doing our best, collecting 3,500 tons a day, which is around is not even 100% of the garbage that is generated within the city. It's not an easy task. We are doing our best, but the problem we are facing is that the residents of Nairobi have decided that they are going to punish us by dumping all over. They are going to make our work difficult just because they say they pay taxes, but they have forgotten that this same government they are punishing, they are the owners of the government. They are the people who formed this government through their votes. So if you put a burden on us, it's not as the government. You are the person who have put a burden on yourself. So today, if everyone become responsible for their waste, we'll have a clean city. Let's not say that we want to go and benchmark in Kigali, Rwanda, UK, you go to Addis Ababa, it's clean. It's because the citizens there are responsible. They are not irresponsible, but we are irresponsible because we have decided that we are going to do illegality, we are going to dump all over. At the same time, blame the government, and we forget that we are the people who form the government. We are myself, my boss, and myself, and the others. We are just custodians. We have been told that you are the drivers to elekeze, but we the owners to hapa nyuma. Sisi ndio tumelipia. So the owners have forgotten that the problem they are creating will impact on them negatively in a big way.
You've spoken of Addis Ababa, Kigali. Nairobi is one of the biggest cities in the region. How do we compare to other cities? How far are we in the other developed cities?
So far,
in regards to environmental sustainability?
Ever since Governor Sakaja came to office, Nairobi right now is the best city, I think, in Africa. And even I'm very sure these countries like Kigali, Rwanda, Addis Ababa, even UK will be coming to benchmark in the city, because before you could not move in CBD. The city was dirty. People were dumping garbage all over. But right now, with the cleanup exercises we are doing at night, removal of illegal signages, removal of illegal structures from the walkway, because as environment, anything that makes the aesthetic value of the environment dirty, we treat it as garbage. We have removed all of them. Leo Nairobi unaenda straight, huwezi pita kombo. Before you used to compete with vehicles, watu mnashindana na magari, hawkers ndio wameoccupy walkways, wanamwaga takataka hapo, unatembea town chafu, wamemwaga takataka kila mahali. Right now tumewapeleka back lane, back street. Hapa mbele tumetoa signages zote. Watu warefu wanaweza tembea, unaenda straight, unaweza tembea ukiongea na simu bila kuoga kwamba utapigwa ngeta. Kitambo ulikuwa unaongea na simu hivi kwa sababu ya confusion, kila hawkers, kila mahali is the marketplace. People used to snatch phones, people used to lose their valuables. Mademu wetu walikuwa wanashikwa mahali hawafai kushikwa na hao watu tao. Unaenda ukanyaga hivi, umekanyaga hoka, amegonga msichana mahali ambaye haifai. Yani it was chaos, but right now there's order, and this is a year ya mpangilio, and His Excellency the Governor is serious about this. Ameniambia ni deliver a clean city as far as amenipei kazi, na nataka kuhakikishia kwamba already CBD is clean, and we have also moved to the sub counties. We are also cleaning, collecting all the garbage. Tunapanda miti, tunakata nyasi ile ambayo ama ile miti imemea mahali haifai, trying to make sure that we achieve a clean city where every body will be proud to be associated with, because right now you can go to River Road when ufanye video zako za TikTok. Young people are now going to moving from the other side of Nairobi ya juu pale city all around parliament nini mahali wanapigia picha free. Now they can go to River Road and
I think there's contrary argument. Kuna watu wanasema mmepeana focus sana, cleaning inafanyika uptown. Mtu amesema country bus, Mudhurwa, uko chini OTC.
Wote tumefagia.
So why can't we see as much difference as we as much focus as we see?
The problem downtown is one. The traders, 10 meters radius as per the county government laws on the Solid Waste Management Act of 2015. It's very clear. 10 meters radius is your responsibility to clean. It's you as an individual. If you are a hawker, once umemaliza ile uchafu yako wote safisha toka nayo. Because if they do that, we'll have a clean city. You find those within CBD are taking responsibility. But those informal traders, the hawkers, those people who are running their business there, they don't care about the waste.
So ideally it's ni
wananchi ndio wamechafua. Na tukituma ofisa wetu, unajua our officers should clean the main corridors. The rest ile iko kwa mlango yako ni yako. Kutembea kwenda Mudhurwa, hata zile mikokoteni zilikuwa zimejazana pale zaidi ya 1000. Tulizitoa. Tunafanya hapo beautification, we are reprocessing it. Chini ya flyovers kuna watu walikuwa take over. Hasa wanauzia watoto petrol ile ya ndege. They were selling their illegal drugs there. Tulipata hata madawa za kulevya chini ya flyovers. People selling drugs there. So tuliwafurusha tukabeba hiyo vitu yote uchafu tukapeleka Dandora, because these young kids you see in CBD, some of them ni biashara ya mtu. Chokora zile ni chokora. Hao wamebeba magunia hivi. They are trafficking drugs. They are not doing anything else apart from trafficking drugs, transacting illegal business within CBD. Most of those things tulikuwa tunazipata tukibeba tukitoa ndani ni uchafu ya madawa wamebeba. Na unajua huwezi peleka hao chokora kishashikwa ni anatoroka. So those sides, Mudhurwa, wapi, we are doing our best. But we are also asking the residents and the business community also take your responsibility. Sheria iko very clear. Na hiyo sheria wao ndio walipitisha. Kwamba 10 meters radius wafagie uchafu yao, wasimwage tena kwa njia. Ukifagia peleka kwa transfer point zetu. Ama register na private service provider iweze kubeba ipeleka wapi? Dump site Dandora.
Talking about Dandora,
yes.
Governor akiingia kichukua usukani, one of the plans was could use Dandora dump site as one of the energy sources for Nairobi. Your plan imefikia wapi?
Yes, you see again, what we are doing is transferring a problem from one place to another, because the people of Dandora also need a clean environment. Tukitoa uchafu huko tunapelekea uchafu na rufu yote. So the governor had started the process. We are doing a waste to energy. Tumesign kila kitu, so it's at its final stages, and that one now is Excellency the Governor is on it. Once we have that one, kila mtu atakuwa anapigania takataka enda kauze Dandora. So hata takataka itakuwa Nairobi, ila mtu atakuwa anaona takataka wanakimbilia. And also I'm happy there are other institutions like Ruaraka High School and other environmental clubs who are using this waste to convert it into valuables, into decorations for the houses, into chairs, valuable things. And that's what we are encouraging, because as the president is cleaning Nairobi River together with Governor Sakaja, we cannot achieve a clean river if we are still dumping bottles and other plastics into the drainage system in the river. So we are encouraging also anyone who can use this waste and convert it into valuable materials, because taka ni mali, let them take advantage of this as we wait for the waste to energy to materialize.
Waste to energy is materializing. As we wind up on this issue, maybe before we get into something else, we've seen during the rainy season, light showers in Nairobi akupitiki. Kidogo kumenyesha hivi barabara zimekuwa mito.
The way the city was designed, and we followed the interview of His Excellency the Governor. There are those roads that belong to the county government and those that belong to the national government. Also the drainage system the same. But right now they are working closely with the national government to sort out the issue of drainage system.
Well, what is the plan in the next next season of the maybe short, because even short rains?
Already they have started sorting it out. Because you could go to Ojijo Road, it used to flood. Right now they have done a proper drainage system, and in the entire Nairobi they are doing parklands was the most affected. But kumenyesha juzi hakuja kuwa na flood sana kwa sababu the drainage system is being sorted out now. Hata watu wengi walikuwa wanasema ati Mosiria tukiona mvua tukuonangi, lakini noise pollution tunakuona. Time ya mvua na kuanga kwa mtaro nikifungua mitaro kwa sababu hizo drainage zimekuanga zimefungwa na takataka ambayo inatoka kwa nyumba zenu. Musipomwaga hizo takataka hapo maji yataflow vizuri na tutakuwa na floods. Secondly, the population is growing in Nairobi, and most of the green spaces have been covered by construction of houses. So hiyo maji ipati mahali pa kupenya ingie kwa mchanga. That's why it gets its way to the drainage system, and there's a lot of water, and it leads to floods. But with the working relationship, His Excellency, the President and the Governor are working on, especially in roads and infrastructure, including the drainage system. It's going to sort out the problem of drainage system in Nairobi once for all.
Sometimes you have issues, see na maybe institutions na watu. There's a time tumeona ulikuwa na watoto fulani pale, I think na what appeared to be jet fuel according to the video we shared. Juzi tumeona there's a man in Galleria Mall korofishana kidogo.
Which I think I need to respond to all those. You know, sometimes government officers, when you work and you see something that is not right, try and fix it. As I work around the city, cleaning the city, I interact with a lot of children abusing alcohol, abusing drugs, abusing even jet fuel. Watoto wanauziwa 20 bob. Mafuta ya ndege ndio wasinifu, ndio waweze kulewa, ndio waweze kutumiwa transport drugs and the other dirty business within CBD. And these kids wako na wale wanawaona, wanakuja wanakuwa recruited to those gangs, then zinawatumia kufanya illegal business within CBD. So I've always met with those kids. Wale wananiambia ni watoe kwa street na walipia fare wanarudi kwao, and I'm doing it for my pocket because I feel that these kids deserves better than being in a street. Kuna wale nimerescue nikapeleka kwa homes, wamerudi shule. Kuna mmoja ambaye aliniambia mimi nataka unipeleke shule. This kid mamake alikuwa mlevi, ana baba, na mamake alikufa on 25th December akiwa kwa hiyo home yenye nilikuwa nimempeleka. So hakuwa na njia nyingine na kwa wajiwezi. We took him to a boarding school. Right now kwa boarding school. I actually paid his school fees. Ilikuwa end of the month, nikachukua 60k nikalipa admission. Wasema let me just give this kid the future, because you never know. Tomorrow I'll be an old person and he'll come through for me. So I'm going to assist this kid to finish his school. He lives in that home, but I've adopted to support his academic until he finishes school. And he's a bright young boy. He went back to school, and the management have informed him the kid is doing well because he had dropped out of school, and he knew even how to write. So it's not new thing was being introduced to. There are others I'm supporting in another school in Kebra, and I'm doing it from my heart because God has given me an opportunity. And I'm also urging Kenyans, if you have a chance to help someone, just do it. Don't wait for Mosiria to post something on social media, then you start riding on it, ati mtu hapo wapi. Wacha niwaeleze Galleria. Nilifika pale Gareria. Nikauliza business community. Wenye walikuwa wanauzia hapo those illegal structures zilikuwa tunafaa kutoa, including huyo mtu alikuwa anaishi hapo. Nikauliza hii nyumba ni ya nani? Nani amejenga kando ya barabara? They told me hiyo inakuanga, sasa let me quote vile waniambia, hiyo inakuanga jamaa mwingine hapo mwenda wazimu na amekaa hapo zaidi ya miaka 4. Mwambia mwenda wazimu so tunataka tutoe hiyo structure kwa sababu anaweza gongwa hata na gari. And what they told me, if you want to talk to him, saizi zake zimepanda. Hiyo ndio niambia. Sasa hii hajakunywa madawa for some time, so anakuanga na hasira. So ukitaka kumweza usimwendee na upole. Mwendee akikuwa na mkali ndio uweza aogope. So I was just handling him the way I was advised. Mimi sikuwa mkali. If there's a good person we have around, it's me. I have a clean heart. I'm a Christian, I'm a man of God, I'm a believer that there's God, because where I am today is not by my power, it's by the power of God. How many youths wanted to become like Mosiria and become the chief of environment or health where I serve? Very few, and God chose me. I have served in health. Service to humanity, service to God. I'm serving in environment. Service to humanity, service to God. So this man, I handled him the best way possible, because even the people from Mathare, the experts, they told me, ule mtu ulimwando vizuri. Because angekuwa attack the way he was. So kama ungepanda ujilowe, he could have harmed you. But I'm happy. Tulimuongelesha, wakati alituambia ni njaa. Na nikajua shida yake njaa, kwanza wacha ni solve the first problem yani easy. Nikamtuma my aide akampeleka wakakula vizuri akashiba. The following day nikaenda, wakati nilikuwa natoa hizo structure, nikasema lazima nisaidie huyu mzee. If there's something I have to do is to help this man. The traders tukawapeleka waende market yetu iko hapa Dagoretti yenyewe na nini, traders wote wametoroka kwenda kwa barabara, wataka kwa market, tukawarudisha huko. Alafu huyo mzee nikampeleka hospitali Mathare, na amekuwa akipelekwa Mathare. Even the taxi driver mwenye amekuwa akimpeleka alitueleza amekuwa mpeleka, lakini the lady ambaye amekuwa akimkujia na mpeleka anachukua dawa alipotea, wajui ilienda wapi. So huyo mzee ako admitted Mathare. Wakaangalia rekodi yake, akapewa zile madawa zenye amekuwa akitumia. Is progressing well. Tumereach out, kuna mtu alinitext akanitumia namba ya one of the family members, tukaongea na yeye, akanipatia historia yao, akaniambia mama yake ni mzee, ndio last born. Kuna brother yake pia haoni macho. So nikamwambia aende angalie any other responsible person kwa familia yao, wakuja na yeye Nairobi, tukimdischarge either aende kwa mji wa Huruma ama aende na yeye kwao nyumbani. So is a case that I'm following very closely because I'm a human being. And those people posted, especially Elko Mondi, na kuomba tafadhali sasa ule mzee akitoka pale ende umjengee nyumba either kwao nyumbani ama Nairobi mnunulie shamba umjengee, because you have a heart of helping like me. Also I want to ask those people who are criticizing me, please, if you have a heart, you feel that your heart is better than that of Mosiria who has helped this person, please go to your neighborhood. That person, that mzee who is suffering there, be the person to get him out of the street. Go to CBD. Those kids who are suffering there, who are on drugs, be the first person to get them out of the streets. That's the only way we are going to save our generation.
So as a government, Mr. Mosiria, what is the long-term plan for, because you know,
we have a department that is handling that, but whenever these kids are taken out of the street, they don't want to stay in their home, in the rehabilitation center. They want to stay in the streets where they are borrowing money, where they are, some are even robbing, snatching phones, survive. So they are used to that life. They don't want to go to a rehabilitation center so that it can be changed. But I believe if every person can adopt one kid, maybe it can help, because some of these kids, they fear staying in the hostel with other kids, because also they influence them each other negatively. That's why they run away. But if you are able to adopt one kid, take him to the nearest children home, monitor, msaidia akiwa kwa hiyo home, kama uwezi mpeleka kwako kwa sababu pia lazima umonitor, au mpeleke the nearest rehabilitation center, akikuwa vizuri umchukue. Please do it. Don't wait for something to trend on social media. That's when you come out to show that you have a clean heart. No. If you have a clean heart, you shouldn't wait for something to trend so that you come out. Just do it and God will bless you. Why have they never posted when I saved that kid who was sniffing oil, now wengi nimeokoa nikapeleka kwa homes? Mbona hawajai post kwa social media waseme hey, thank you Mosiria, Mungu akubariki? They only waited for that one thing which they didn't know how it started. They only got the part of where we recorded, but behind the scenes how I was advised it wasn't recorded. Why didn't they also come and ask me before criticizing me that Mosiria, mbona umepatana? Wengine wanasema nimepatana na dawa yangu. Yes, ni dawa yangu kwa sababu alikuwa mkali kuniliko. And I handled him the best way possible.
Okay, okay. I think outside that, let's talk about something slightly different. You know, you've been very vocal, I think in the last year or so. Kila mtu saizi Nairobi anaku identify. Yeah. And some, you know, assume or make an assumption that you are
is to make sure that my boss succeed. Whatever it takes, I have to do it so that I maintain being in that office and serving the people of Nairobi, because this work I'm doing, it comes from my heart. And I got this job from God. And God used Governor Sakaya to put me there. So the same God will give him a chance to continue serving so that I also continue serving his people the way he wants me to serve.
Do you have any political ambitions in the future?
Not now.
Not at the moment. But you had political ambitions back in university?
When I was back in campus, I was a student leader. I remember I once vied against Babu. When he vied in the university and he was even branded Mugabe, I vied again. I was courageous enough to face him because he had goons, he had all the hooligans who he could use to humiliate you, to frustrate the opponent. And that's politics. But I stood firm on the ground and told him, Babu, your time is over. But he had already compromised the systems, including the administration. They could not let anybody take that seat, because if I won genuinely, but he was given the seat, they leagued him in because Babu knew their secrets. And that's how Babu used to survive. Babu has always survived on blackmails. When it comes to campus politics, even outside here, he survives on blackmails.
Babu wants to succeed your boss. Do you think what is your take on his leadership and his style of politics? Could he be your next boss?
No. What I'll tell him, Nairobi is not Sonu. Nairobi needs a leader. And for Babu, he's still operating like he's a student leader in Sonu. The way he's running its politics. It needs a sober mind. Nairobi needs a leader who will make decisions for millions of Nairobians. Not someone who will make a decision for thousands of students in the University of Nairobi, Sonu, or for thousands residents of Embakasi East. This is a city that has many issues that requires a sober leader. He doesn't need someone who is emotional, who overreacts, because if you follow his history to the case of the DJ Volve, it clearly shows that Babu is still young. Babu still needs to be mentored. Babu needs to actually stick to Baba so that he can get mentorship from Baba. Or even me, I can mentor him because I'm mature enough now, because me, I do my things maturely. Actually, he should look for me to take him through some classes so that 2032, he can be qualified enough now to run for the seat. But for now, I know him the way I see him back in Sonu, because we even served him in the same government in Sonu. And what I can tell is that he still needs mentorship.
Needs mentorship.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Mosiria speaking. Maybe as we wind up this conversation, what is your long-term plan for this capital? What is your long-term goal for environmentally speaking? What do you envision Nairobi to be?
A city where you'll walk and it's garbage-free city where you don't see any garbage around. A city where it's free of air pollution. At least a city where you will sleep in your house peace-free, where there is no noise pollution from churches, from mosques, from clubs, which are operating in a residential area. A city where many investors will come on board and be proud to invest in because it's clean environment and it's safe for their investment. And for us to achieve this, we have to work closely with each and every person, and we have to take responsibility of our environment, because today you go to CBD, actually let me talk about this, there's no life in CBD at night, no nightlife in CBD. Why? Most people have run to residential area. Most businesses have run to where people are supposed to sleep. Because if you want to buy alcohol, you will go to CBD where there's alcohol in a bar. We used to have nightclubs in CBD, bars in CBD, those restaurants in CBD. Today, they have all run to residential area. Most of our hotels, like Intercontinental was a big hotel, 680, Ambassador, Hilton, like Allegiance, they have all closed down because there's no investors who is sleeping in CBD. They are all now sleeping in, residential areas. Actually, the only business surviving in CBD is Sabina Joy. And you know Sabina Joy is because the generals will always visit Sabina Joy. That's the only business surviving. But the rest, they are not operating 24 hours.
Yeah. That brings me to a question we might have forgotten. So there was argument that what you're doing is illegal. For example, the removal of the signages. Question was, why would you not do that mchana? Mbona unafanya biashara usiku, and why not inform? Was there an engagement between you and the business people?
You cannot sweep in CBD during the day. You will cause air pollution, dust, and there are people, traffic, you'll disrupt traffic. We do most of our cleanup exercises at night when there's no human traffic, when there's no interference. And those signages were illegally placed. There was no any legality we committed. They were illegally placed. The question was,
all through this period, they've been there. So when was, the wake-up call that they were illegal?
You see, His Excellency the Governor, he was moving within CBD. As he was walking along the walkways, he could not walk. And in his wisdom, he realized there is a problem here because there are signages all over. People have put illegal signages. Mpaka signage yati daktari wa mapenzi, which was illegal, a piece of paper hanging. People are putting just placards hanging all over. Mwingine ameandika sijui muganga kutoka Tanzania wa kusaidia ukue tajiri. Now even scammers are now operating in CBD. But with the removal of those signages, you could see clearly within the town, there is a lot of, even air could circulate freely within the city. Even the CCTV footage could capture, because those signages were even blocking the CCTV.
How about the genuine signages? We had
genuine signages were not removed. Those were just the brands that are just on the wall.
I think
those signages should be on the wall, should not be on the walkway blocking people. They should just be intact. And on that one, the planning department gives them the guidelines on how to handle that.
Did they get notice for that removal?
You see, there was a directive, and they had been engaged before by the responsible department, which I'll not talk about it. But the thing is, you don't need to issue someone a notice to remove an illegality. Leo nikupata umefungulia sewage kwenda kwa barabara. You need me to serve you a notice that hiyo sewage ni mbaya itwae. And it's polluting the environment. I have to come and do the right thing. Either block it and stop the sewer, irudi kwa nyumba sasa uone vile utaitoa. Kwa sababu kama umefungulia una biodigester, lazima tu block. It's the same case what's happening in Kawangware. People are opening raw sewer to the environment. Mahali watoto wanacheza sewage na run hivi fresh. Alafu ingine inarudi kwa nyumba yao. Mpaka tukaingia ukapatana na bibi yake ateka. Mpaka watu walikuwa wanasema bibi yake ateka. How social media is. Bibi yake ateka anakaa kwa sewage. Imagine kwa mlango yake ni sewage. Tukimuuliza ameweka mawe, wanakanyaga juu ya mawe ndio ingie kwa nyumba. So do we need a note to issue them a notice to go and solve that kind of a mess? Same way in CBD. When we're removing those structures, illegal structures, we don't serve someone and notice was committed an illegality. But for those for environment department, for matatu operators who are making noise pollution, playing loud music, dumping garbage in their stage, those hawkers who are dumping and leaving their illegal structures along the walkway, we had served them a notice, and we serve notices across the board. And even those signages, previously, they had been signed, they have been issued with notices. So sometimes when you see the government acting, we don't just wake up and act. We have informed the public, we have informed the owners. We don't just wake up and do things just like that.
What is the plan with the hawkers? Because we still see some of them, you know, still engaging in.
You see, running battles, hide and seek. They just need to comply, go to the back street and arrange them. They've been arranged well. They need just to utilize those back streets. You see, we have markets. We have Kangundo market, where those hawkers along Haile Selassie were told to move to Kangundo market, but they refused. We have Kalandin market in Kawangware. You can visit it. It's just a few meters from here. You feel like 2 kilometers. Here in a corner. They have refused to go to the market. They just want to occupy the streets. So if they have refused, they have been advised, just use the back lane if you have to be in town. But still, they don't want to do the right thing. They just want to cause confusion, chaos, so that they can thrive. And also, even pickpocketers and thieves, they thrive when there's such kind of a confusion, because there's a lot of crowd. They can snatch a phone and hide without being noticed.
Okay. Finally, because we may have this conversation till tomorrow, give Nairobians, you know, look into that camera, give Nairobians, you know, a message, you know, in regards to environment, and maybe what is in the pipeline, what you're working on in regards to their environmental safety.
Yes, so the people of Nairobi, it's your responsibility to keep your environment clean. Ni jukumu lako kama mwananchi wa Nairobi kuhakikisha mazingira yako ni safi. And na waomba, if you have to pollute the environment, please don't do it, because today your action will affect the future generation. And we will not go out to benchmark in other countries. Kigali, Rwanda, New York, wasting taxpayers' money. We have to do it our way here. We have to start by changing our own morals. We need to change our culture, whereby you do things that you don't care what impact it will have to your neighbors or the next generation. By becoming responsible, we'll achieve a clean city. And we have plans to clean our city. We have plans to make sure that we engage the community through social media platforms, and also through the media, through the one-on-one conversations, to educate them on the importance of keeping the environment clean. That's why you always see me put educative messages on my TikTok, using the real examples on my TikTok to educate the people on the importance of keeping the environment clean. And I'm urging the learning institution to take lead. University students, please, let's work together to secure a clean environment and restore the green Nairobi, the green city under the sun.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Mosiria. That has been Pulse Let's Talk. You have any questions, you can reach out to Mr. Mosiria's page, you can reach out to us, we reach out to him. Yeah. Expect more serious conversations such as this. Subscribe to our page, follow us, like, comment, and remember to share this video. My name is Amos Robi. That has been our time.